Som sagt, neste uke så kommer jeg til å prate engelsk. I will be speaking English from next week. And that is to reach a broader audience all over the world and tell you guys out there about what's happening in Norway. And we have this election for our government coming up now, the 8th of September. And we have these narcissistic and radicalized subcultures in Norway that's really trying to control Norway. And I used to work for the Norwegian government for about almost 15 years. I've created the original Norwegian welfare state back from about 2002. And I was harassed out my job back in 2016. And this was after Utøya, because this terror attack on Norway was all about my work, destroying these narcissistic leaders and subcultures in Norway, which are creating health problems in Norwegians, putting their fear, manipulating Norwegians, making Norwegians afraid of loving themselves, So this is really an attack on the Norwegian people to position narcissists. And this has been going on for years. And this was what I destroyed, these subcultures of narcissists by creating this welfare state. And it took some time before these narcissistic subcultures in Norway understood what my leadership did with Norway, because suddenly they had no power and they lost power in Norway. And then they harassed me at my job, and they've been keeping me out and my digital product out of the Norwegian market because they know how good I am to secure democracy and help people being their talent and create this power of love. PowerU makes you and PowerU. And I have done this earlier, in one of Norway's largest private businesses, Norgesgruppen Angro, which distributes food in Norway and which is huge. And this was where I developed this concept, this interaction and communication concept called PowerU makes you and PowerU, empowering talent, helping people be their talent, creating this base of love, this resilience against manipulation and tyrants. And this is why these subcultures, I am their worst enemy. And these subcultures in Norway, and these are directly connected to Jonas Gahr Støre and his government, and to Erna Solberg, which stood behind the harassment of me, and where she destroyed my welfare state and put narcissists into this governmental welfare state, destroying this talent empowering way of working with people that really help people back to work and to create health and resilience against these narcissist structures in Norway that manipulate and keep their own people hostage to get away with their evil and their exploiting strategies. And this is all connected to the Norwegian oil fund. So Norway is really no democracy. Norway is a narcissistic tyranny. And I'm the person that's been working to prevent this. And I've been fighting to destroy these subcultures in Norway ever since I was harassed out of my job, because I look at myself still as this official representative. Because these people that harassed me out of my job, these are criminals. These are criminals, and they have to be put in front of a court, national court, and this will happen when Norway again is a democracy. So from next week, I will be speaking English, and I will be telling you this story in detail. And this fight for the Norwegian government, for the Norwegian democracy, and the problem with these political leaders in Norway that are narcissists. And this is nothing, it's not something I just say. I can undermine this, I can prove this in detail, because this is built on observations, this is built on reports from doctors, psychologists, through my work, almost 15 years, where I sat in this government, in this welfare state. I had created NAV, where I did this job, helping people back to work and securing businesses, that they produced health, not illness, and by removing narcissists as business leaders, because that has really been the hugest problem in Norway, conspiring structures of narcissists connected to the government and selected businesses in Norway that are not practicing democracy, but really are tyrants creating subcultures, exploiting our country and our people. And this creates unhealth. And this is really a huge problem in Norway. Norway is one of the countries in the world that has the highest percent of sick leave in the world, and people falling out of ordinary work because of illness. And this is a direct result of these narcissist subcultures, harassment and manipulation of its own people. And this is connected to political structures, and this is all about power, controlling the oil fund and using Norway in a rhetoric out into the world to control, what's happening in the world from Norway. And this is not a theory. I can I can prove all this through my work for the government. I've uncovered this in detail, and this is directly connected to these prime ministers Jonas Gahr Støre and Erna Solberg, and they have conspired against the Norwegian democracy. And we have to change all this now in this up-and-coming election on the 8th of September to secure the Norwegian democracy. And this is a fight I've been fighting ever since I was harassed out of my job back in 2016. And I'm one of the leaders in Norway, which now are being heard by the Norwegian people. And they have been, listening to what I've been saying and my fight to get back into position in Norway to secure the Norwegian democracy. So thousands of Norwegians are now really understanding my fight for the Norwegian government and how important this is for their future and the Norwegian democracy and Norway's future.